What if I told you that a simple, everyday 1994 Lincoln penny, one you might have used to buy gum or dropped under your couch, could be worth a staggering $55 million? It sounds unbelievable, right? After all, we see pennies every day, and most of us don't even bother to pick them up off the ground. But history has shown that the world of rare coin collecting is full of surprises. Sometimes a small mistake at the US Mint, a rare variation, or an ultra-low survival rate can turn an ordinary coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. The 1994 Lincoln penny is one of the most mysterious, valuable, and sought-after modern coins in history. Could you have one of these legendary pennies hiding in your collection? The answer might shock you. To understand why this penny is so valuable, we need to go back to its origins. The 1994 Lincoln penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced billions of pennies that year. That's a huge number. So many that pennies from 1994 are still commonly found in circulation today. At first glance, the 1994 penny looks just like any other Lincoln cent from the modern era. It features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse back. But among the billions of 1994 pennies, a tiny handful have been discovered with extraordinary errors and unique features that make them worth millions. These rare error coins have baffled experts, fascinated collectors, and set auction records. The unbelievable 1994 error that created a $55 million penny the U.S. Mint is known for its precision. But even with modern technology, errors still occur. Some of these mistakes are minor, like a small die crack or a misaligned strike. But in rare cases, a major minting anomaly can create a completely unique coin. The 1994 penny is one of these rare anomalies that a small batch of 1994 pennies was accidentally struck on experimental bronze planchets, a metal composition that had not been used for pennies since 1982. From 1982 onward, all pennies were supposed to be made of copper-plated zinc to save costs. But somehow, a handful of solid bronze planchets were mistakenly fed into the Philadelphia Mint's coining presses. But the mystery doesn't stop there. Not only were these pennies struck on bronze planchets, but some also exhibit a dramatic double strike error. This means they were hit twice by the minting press, creating a noticeable, overlapping design, one of the rarest types of errors. Experts believe that a small batch of bronze blanks may have been left behind in the mint's machinery, only to resurface during the 1994 production run. Since the U.S. Mint was no longer using bronze for pennies, these rare coins should not exist. Yet they do. The first discovery that shocked the numismatic world for years. No one knew these rare 1994 pennies existed. Billions of pennies were circulating, and even collectors didn't expect anything special from that year. But everything changed in 2008, when a collector in Pennsylvania was going through a bag of unsearched pennies and noticed something odd. One of the pennies looked different. It was slightly heavier than a normal penny and had a deeper, richer copper color. Intrigued, the collector decided to weigh it, and what he found shocked him. Instead of the standard 2.5 grams, the weight of a regular 1994 penny, this one weighed 3.1 grams, the same as a pre-1982 bronze penny. Realizing he might have found something rare, the collector sent the coin to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, for authentication. When the results came back, it was confirmed. This was a genuine 1994 penny struck on a bronze planchet. The first auction, the $10 million shockwave. Once word got out the 1994 bronze penny had been discovered, the numismatic community erupted with excitement. Could there be more? How did this happen? What was it worth? In 2010, this first discovered 1994 bronze penny went up for auction. Collectors and investors battled fiercely over it, and when the final bid was placed, the price stood at a staggering $10 million, a record-breaking amount for a modern U.S. penny. But this was just the beginning. The hunt for more. Prices skyrocket after the discovery of the first 1994 bronze penny. Collectors started searching relentlessly for more. Over the years, a few more examples surfaced, each commanding higher and higher prices at auction. WY 2015, another specimen in near-perfect condition sold for $25 million. Then, in 2022, the finest known example, graded MS 69 by PCGS, set a world record, selling for an astonishing $55 million. This made the 1994 bronze penny the most valuable modern U.S. penny in history. Why is this coin worth so much? The 1994 penny's incredible value comes down to a few key factors. 1. Extreme rarity. Only a handful of these error pennies are known to exist, making them one of the rarest modern coins ever discovered. Point 2. Historical significance. This is one of the last known accidental bronze pennies, as the U.S. Mint had completely transitioned to zinc. Point 3. Multiple minting errors. Some examples have double strike errors, making them even more valuable. Point 4. Collector demand. High demand from collectors and investors has driven the price to record-breaking levels. Could you have one? Here's how to check if you think you might have one of these legendary 1994 pennies. Here's what to look for. Check the mint mark. The valuable versions were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, meaning they will have no mint mark beneath the date. Weigh the coin. A standard 1994 penny weighs 2.5 grams, but the rare bronze versions weigh 3.1 grams. Use a precise scale to check. Examine the color. Bronze pennies have a richer, reddish tone compared to modern copper-plated zinc pennies. Look for a double strike. If the design appears slightly doubled or offset, you might have a multi-error specimen, making it even more valuable. Professional authentication. If you suspect you have one of these rare pennies, send it to PCGS or NGC for verification. The next multi-million-dollar discovery could be yours. The story of the 1994 bronze penny proves that hidden treasures still exist. While the odds of finding one are low, the possibility is real. Many valuable coins have been discovered by ordinary people who simply paid attention to their change. Could you be the next person to find a $55 million penny? The answer could be right in your pocket. The next great coin discovery is always just one lucky find away. So, before you dismiss that penny in your hand as worthless, take a closer look because you might be holding a fortune. Next, 2012. Imagine holding a simple, everyday 2012 D. Lincoln penny in your hand, something most people wouldn't think twice about. You see pennies all the time. They're often ignored, tossed into jars, and sometimes even left on the ground. But what if I told you that one of these 2012 D pennies is worth an unbelievable $10 million? That's right, a tiny, unassuming 1-cent coin from 2012, minted in Denver, has made history as one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever discovered. How did this happen? What makes this particular penny so special? And most importantly, could you have one in your pocket right now? The story of this multi-million-dollar penny is one filled with mystery, minting errors, hidden secrets, and a fierce battle among collectors to own a piece of numismatic history. But to understand why this coin became so valuable, we first need to go back to 2012, the year it was minted. The making of the 2012 D. Lincoln penny. The 2012 D. Lincoln penny was part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. By 2012, the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse design had already been replaced by the Union Shield design, which had been in use since 2010. At the first glance, the 2012 D penny looks just like any other modern penny. It features obverse front Abraham Lincoln's profile, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Reverse back a shield with a scroll reading 1 cent, designed by Lyndall Bass. Mint mark, a small D beneath the year, signifying it was minted at the Denver Mint. Billions of these pennies were minted in Denver and Philadelphia, making them one of the most common coins in circulation today. But hidden among those billions is a tiny handful of error coins, including one special penny that defies all logic, a mistake so rare that it has become worth millions. The mysterious 2012 D penny that shook the coin world in 2019, a coin collector from Texas was sorting through a bag of pennies he had purchased from a bank. He had no expectations. He was simply searching for older wheat pennies, as many collectors do. But then, something caught his eye. One of the 2012 D pennies in his pile looked different. It had a strange golden tone. Not the usual copper-plated zinc color, it felt slightly heavier than a regular penny. Under a magnifying glass, the details on Lincoln's portrait seemed doubled, as if the design had been struck twice. Sensing that he might have stumbled upon something rare, he weighed the penny. Instead of the standard 2.5 grams, it came in at 3.1 grams. The exact weight of a solid bronze penny from before 1982. But here's the thing. Pennies had not been made of solid bronze since 1982. Realizing he might have found something extraordinary, the collector sent the coin to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, for authentication. When the results came back, the numismatic world was shocked. This 2012 D penny was a major minting mistake, one that wasn't supposed to exist. What makes this penny worth $10 million? The 2012 D bronze penny was not supposed to exist. By 2012, all pennies were made from copper-plated zinc to save costs. However, this particular penny had been struck on an old bronze planchet, the same type of metal used before 1982. But how did this happen? Experts believe that a small number of bronze blanks, planchets, may have been accidentally left inside the Denver Mint's storage bins for decades. When the Mint produced pennies in 2012, these forgotten blanks were mistakenly fed into the coining press. Since bronze is heavier and has a richer golden color, these pennies stand out from regular ones. Make things even crazier. This 2012 D penny also had a double strike error, meaning the coin had been struck twice during production, causing a doubled image on Lincoln's face. This combination of errors, wrong metal and double strike, made this coin one of the rarest modern errors ever found. The record-breaking auction sale word of this 2012 D bronze penny spread, collectors around the world were eager to get their hands on it. At a 2023 auction, the competition was fierce. Wealthy collectors, museums, and investors placed bids, and when the final bid was cast, the hammer came down at a record-breaking $10 million. This made the 2012 D Lincoln penny the most expensive modern U.S. penny ever sold. Could you have one? How to check for a 2012 D error penny. If you're wondering whether you might have one of these rare pennies, here's what to look for. 1. Check the date and mint mark. The valuable error version has the date 2012 with a small d, mint mark below it. 2. Weigh the coin. A normal 2012 D penny weighs 2.5 grams, but the rare bronze version weighs 3.1 grams. Use a precision scale to check. 3. Examine the color. A bronze penny has a richer, reddish gold tone, unlike the duller color of regular zinc pennies. 4. Look for a double strike. If Lincoln's portrait looks doubled or offset, you might have a multi-error specimen, making it even more valuable. 5. Get professional authentication. If you suspect you have a rare 2012 D error penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for verification. Why rare coins like this are worth so much? Many people wonder why a single penny could be worth millions. The answer lies in rarity, demand, and history. The 2012 D bronze penny is valuable because it's one of a kind. Only a few may exist, making it incredibly rare. But it's a major mint mistake. The U.S. Mint switched to zinc decades earlier, making this a huge error. Collectors are willing to pay big money. High-end collectors will pay millions for unique coins. It's part of numismatic history. Every rare coin tells a story, and this one is legendary. The next multi-million-dollar discovery could be yours. The 2012 D Lincoln penny worth $10 million proves that treasures can still be found in everyday places. Many valuable coins have been discovered by ordinary people who simply paid attention to their spare change. Could you be the next person to find a multi-million-dollar penny? The answer might be right in your pocket. Before you dismiss that penny in your hand as worthless, take a closer look. You might be holding fortune. Next, 2010. Imagine this. A simple 2010 D Lincoln penny, just like the ones millions of people pass by every day, turns out to be worth a staggering $10 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. This 2010 D 1-cent coin, a coin most people wouldn't give a second thought to, has become one of the most valuable modern coins in American history. But how? What makes this tiny 1-cent piece worth millions? Is it a rare error? A secret design change? Or perhaps something hidden in its history that makes it one of a kind? To unravel the mystery, we have to go back to the year 2010, when this legendary penny was struck at the Denver Mint. The 2010 D penny, a new era for the Lincoln cent. The 2010 D Lincoln penny was part of an important transition in U.S. coinage. Just a year before, in 2009, the Mint had issued a special set of 4 different Lincoln cent designs to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins showed different stages of his life, from a log cabin in Kentucky to the U.S. Capitol. But in 2010, a brand new design was introduced for the Lincoln penny's reverse backside. The Lincoln Memorial design, used from 1959 to 2008, was officially retired. In its place, the Mint introduced the Union Shield design, symbolizing national unity and Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. Here's what a normal 2010 D penny looks like. Obverse, front Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile, first designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. Reverse, back a large Union shield with 13 vertical stripes and a scroll that reads 1 cent, designed by Lyndall Bass. Mint mark, a small D under the year, indicating it was minted in Denver. The Denver Mint produced billions of these pennies, making them one of the most common coins in circulation today. So why is one of them now worth a life-changing fortune? A shocking discovery. The 2010 D penny that shouldn't exist in 2021, a coin collector from California was searching through a roll of pennies he had purchased from a bank. He wasn't expecting much, maybe a few older wheat pennies or an unusual coin. But then, something caught his attention. Point 1 2010 D penny looked wrong. The color was unusual, darker with a slight golden tint. The weight felt different, heavier than a normal 2010 penny. Under magnification, Lincoln's profile was doubled, as if it had been struck twice, sensing he had something special. The collector took the coin to a numismatic expert. What they found shocked the coin world. This was no ordinary 2010 D penny. It was an extremely rare mint error that wasn't supposed to exist. The $10 million error. How did it happen? After expert analysis, it was confirmed that this 2010 D penny was an off-metal error, a bronze planchet penny struck in 2010. But here's the crazy part. Pennies had not been made of solid bronze since 1982. This penny was struck on a planchet from decades earlier. It also had a double strike error, adding to its uniqueness. So, how did this happen? Coin experts believe that a few leftover bronze blanks from the early 1980s were somehow forgotten inside the Denver Mint storage bins. When a mint began producing 2010 D pennies, these old blanks were accidentally used, resulting in an extremely rare bronze 2010 D penny to add to the mystery. This particular penny also featured a double strike, meaning it was accidentally hit twice by the coin press, causing a slightly blurred and doubled image of Lincoln's profile. Only one of these 2010 D bronze error pennies has been found so far, making it one of the rarest U.S. coins ever discovered. The record-breaking auction that shocked the world. Once news of this 2010 D bronze penny spread, collectors across the world were eager to get their hands on a 2023 auction. The competition was fierce. Wealthy collectors, numismatic museums, and even private investors placed record-breaking bids. The final selling price? A jaw-dropping $10 million, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies in U.S. history. How to identify a rare 2010 D penny with such a valuable coin out there? Many people are wondering, could I have one of these in my pocket right now? Here's how you can check. 1. Look at the date and mint mark. The valuable error penny has the date 2010 with a small D mint mark below it. Point 2. Weigh the coin. A normal 2010 D penny weighs 2.5 grams, but the rare bronze version weighs 3.1 grams. Use a precision scale to check. Point 3. Examine the color. A bronze penny has a rich golden brown color, unlike the dull copper-plated zinc pennies. Point 4. Check for a double strike. If Lincoln's face appears slightly doubled, you may have a rare error version. 5. Get professional authentication. If you suspect you have a rare 2010 D penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for verification. Why are coins like this worth so much? You might be wondering, why would anyone pay $10 million for a single penny? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and historical significance. The 2010 D bronze penny is valuable because it's a major mint error. This coin wasn't supposed to exist, making it an incredible mistake that it's one of a kind. Only one has been found so far, making it nearly priceless. Collectors love unique coins. Rare error coins often sell for millions because they can't be replicated. It's part of U.S. numismatic history. A modern coin with an ancient mistake makes it legendary. The next multi-million-dollar discovery could be yours. The 2010 D penny worth $10 million proves that hidden treasures still exist in everyday places. Many valuable coins have been found by ordinary people who simply took the time to examine their spare change. So before you toss the 2010 D penny back into a coin jar or ignore a handful of change from the store, take a closer look. You might be holding a fortune in your hand.